I'm Chris Thomas, and this is Masterclass.
I think I got a little carried away this week when I was editing a video for my website for Masterclass. I ended up with almost an hour-long video to post, but I couldn't help it. It was a great seminar that I got to teach to acupuncturists. So I'm teaching acupuncturists how to use pressure points. It was wonderful. They understood the theory and the principles and knew where the points were, and it was a great time. In the middle of the seminar, there was a point where I was explaining how we use the principles of acupuncture as a guide in point selection. And I thought I would just share that little piece of it with you, about 7 minutes or so of just explanatory concept. Because I think if you understand principles, you will have a better insight into how not just to reproduce a technique that somebody else does, but actually develop your own technique and develop yourself as a martial artist.
What the move is for tells you how the move is to be done, not the other way around. Yeah, you know the theory. The theory is just a point selection theory. I mean, we literally are looking at the same points with the same set of theories that you are. We use diurnal cycle all the time, right? The hour-a-day stuff. We just don't look at the watch. We just know that no matter what time it is, so it's what, 2 o'clock, it's a little after 2. Are we in kidney or bladder right now?
Small intestine.
We're still in small intestine. Bladder comes next. Thank you. See, that's the problem. I can't look at my watch and go, oh my goodness, how am I going to fight with that? But here's what I do know. I know that no matter what time it is, energy flows from large intestine into stomach. So stomach meridian's up here, right? Right? Stomach meridian's up here. There's the stomach meridian, comes down like this. So I want you to watch Diang stomach 5. You know stomach 5? Okay, just watch it. Watch what it does. I'm not going to hit it. Yeah. When I hit large intestine 10, Shu Sun Li, watch what happens to stomach 5. Look, it came towards me.
It came towards me. What happens when you hit it?
What happens when I hit it? So we say never look a gift point in the mouth. I'm going to hit him again, a large intestine 10, but I want you to watch Futu, large intestine 18, LA 18. Okay, so I come in here, I've got it, there's the point, watch Futu right there. There it is. It came towards me as well. In fact, gallbladder came towards me, that's wood. So see, this is the principle, it's actually coming towards me. The same point comes towards me now. Watch what happens to lung 1 when I hit this. Look, there's lung 1. That's yin yang. So this is yin yang, there's diurnal cycle, there's same meridian, and there's 5 element. Large intestine is what? Right. Watch, the other name for it is colon. So the organ, the physical organ, as we think of it in the West, is the colon. Watch what happens to his colon. His colon went away. His stomach came towards me. So here's the principle at work. Whenever I hit a pressure point, the body reacts in such a way to protect the organ that's under attack. In the process, the body sacrifices something else. That sacrifice will always follow diurnal cycle, 5 element destruction, yin yang, or it will be another point on the same meridian.
If you started striking your opponent in the creation cycle, could you possibly make them stronger?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Not stronger in the sense of more physically robust, but I'm not great on, I don't use kidney meridian very much. This is what, 23? Yeah, what one is that? 27? Okay. Yeah, okay, right? See the reaction? So here's lung 8. See, I made kidney stronger. However, kidney strong, lung 1 weak. So I know, that's why I use creation cycle in myself, destruction cycle against my opponent. Because I'm putting energy into the system. So if I put energy into the metal, that energy is going to go somewhere. And the energy is, some of it gets converted into water and reinforces water, and some of it gets shed as garbage, as detritus, and attacks wood. And so what happens is water gets strong, wood gets weak. And yin yang says the husband or wife sends reinforcements, so that meridian gets weak because it's expending energy to protect its mate. And also the meridian wants to hold on to energy because it's under attack, so it doesn't allow energy. It reduces the energy going into the next meridian in the diurnal cycle, and so that becomes weak. So something becomes strong, something becomes weak, something hides, something comes forward. We hit what comes forward. We attack what's given to us. We never look at a gift point in the mouth. But this is all just the principles you know. You're an acupuncturist. Everything I'm telling you, you're just seeing how it works in another way. These principles are valid principles that describe the relationships at the way things go. Now, one of the reasons we have problems as Westerners is because we tend to want ontological explanation, mechanical explanation, and the language of acupuncture is a language of relationships, not a language of mechanism. So this describes relationships. So it's an algorithm of relationship. If I want to describe the mechanism, here's the mechanism. When I strike triple warmer Sanjiao 12, what I'm doing is in the middle of the bone, there's something called a fusiform fiber. The fusiform fiber has as its very specific job to tell the spinal reflex if the bone is going to break. And so when I tap it, when I tap the point, the spinal reflex thinks the bone is going to break and the shoulder moves to escape, even if that means dislocating the arm. Right? So I pop, you can actually see the direction of dislocation happening. So when I do this, when I pop it, that's his body, that's his spinal reflex trying to protect in response to the fact that I've stimulated the fusiform fiber. That's its mechanical process. But that doesn't explain to me why, at the same time, gallbladder 22 suddenly becomes not only available, but vulnerable. Only language that describes relationships can do that, and that's what acupuncture gives us. So when we talk about one point, we talk about nerves, we talk about there's things called body Golgis, fusiform fiber, baroreceptors. We use that language. Our anatomy is really good. You ask me where lung 5 is, and I'll tell you, exactly where it is in the cubital crease in relation to the radiobrachialis. I'll be specific to the muscle, and I'll talk about the the cutaneous nerve of the forearm, which is a branch of the radial nerve. And I'll talk about I will give you that level of explanation. If I talk about Shusan Li, large intestine 10, I will tell you about the extensor carpi radialis longus, okay? And how that just happens to be the motor nerve point. Son of a gun, what a surprise, which is why the muscle cramps when we hit it. But if you want to know why hitting that point sets up stomach 5, I now have to speak in terms of acupuncture, because there is not a language for that in the West, but there is a language for that in acupuncture. That's how that works, and that's how we approach this. And so one is a language of mechanism, the other is a language of relationship. We use them both according to the need of the moment.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber to Masterclass, why not? I'm Chris Thomas. Thanks for watching, and now go train.